Finale pazza. Barba. No. No heroes. No, 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 no heroes.
And your opponent still takes their own life, but your math is a little different, so your curve ends up
Vai.
being just a little different.
Basta avviato. Avete 5 minuti per votare.
So we're gonna see Zoro drop an
Bet
Ezo,
pazze.
Marco,
È
Whitebeard.
arrivato il momento.
Where was my Ezo? Can I borrow your Ezo, please, Zoro? And Zoro's like, no, but I have another one.
Oddio, 1000 su Zoro.
And this one's gonna go ahead and grab the Blamenco.
1000 su Zoro, non lo so. 5000 su Zoro, 6000 su Zoro, voi siete pazzi.
Had to say it so many times at this point. Alright, Zoro double Ezo, going second. Just
ecco che parte la sigla dell'Europa League. Porco del Dio!
22.000 su Zoro, raga, ma siete... Oh, siete impazziti. Che sono questi 22.000 su Zoro? Scoppiate tutti i Shambles, sì, purtroppo. Ma siete pazzi. Che sono sti 13.000 su Zoro? Maron! Sta recuperando Barba, 14.000. Incredibile. Oh, quanti Izo fa?
My goodness, just showing Whitebeard how you draw Ezo.
Non mi fa votare, impossibile. Ma devi puntare con i punti.
Looks like we're considering a Fire Fist here.
Quante Izo ha fatto questo?
Marco in there as well.
Lancialo capro. Quanti search gioca Barba? 8, ne vede 15. Dopo averne persi 35k perché il match in merda venerdì. Mamma mia. Lì da ufficio inchieste comunque. Andare a prendere il maestro e picchiarlo.
Looks like 4-drop Marco. Now we've got 4-drop and 5-drop Marcos. Do we have a fourth Ezo? I thought we might there for a second. This is a very, very good play here. This Blamenco
Madonna. No, ma veramente incredibile. Non me l'aspettavo.
So we know about the Marco in hand because the Ezo added it. You can use that in combination with this Blamenco as a way to remove
Rozzo,
a 5K.
Marco, Flamenco.
But you know what, Whitebeard?
Beh, abbastanza chiamato questo
I
Marco.
don't need an Ezo to find my Marco. I have a Marco already.
Per il maestro.
Mamma mia, Ardena. Grazie, bro. Grazie mille la sub. Ancora una volta Flamenco MVP. Non ha mai fatto niente. Non ha mai fatto niente questo Marco. Questo Flamenco. Incredibile. Anzi, stiamo lì, Zoro 22.000, Barba 19.000. Altri 5 minuti, raga. Mi tengo open. Niente in finale, si gode.
And Whitebeard's just gonna think about things for a little bit. There is no time limit on this one. This is the finals, and finals are untimed, so players are encouraged to take their time and think about their plays. And we're gonna go ahead and go 7K at the leader. That'll be a damage.
E si prende. Anche un bel marco a 4, ragazzi. Quello Zoro. E si prende.
We're gonna see 7K more. Zoro's already down to 2 life. Whitebeard's down to 1 life at the end of the turn.
Se perdi punti, mandami la sigla dell'Europa League. 24.000 Barba, superato Zoro, ragazzi.
Okay, we're gonna see 4 down.
Giocate pazze. Drop a 4. Frankie.
Or Frankie. Or Speedy Jill. They're all very similar cards. This is the Whitebeard version, so it makes sense that it's a Frankie. So Whitebeard
La ciopperata.
Doing what Whitebeard wants to do in this matchup.
23.000 Zoro, 26.000 Barba. Mamma mia.
Pressure Zoro.
State a puntare, oh, non vi state risparmiando.
It can be hard for Zoro to respond to the cards like this Frankie on the turn it's played.
Qui comunque la top 4 tutti riusciti tipo almeno 6 mesi fa, è vero. Quello che ho detto. Incredibile questa cosa. È veramente incredibile. Posso votare per Rebecca? No, non si può. 28 su barba.
Let's go after the Marco. Very interesting. So the Marco can
28
trash
su
an effect
barba,
card
raga.
to revive itself. Now its effect won't trigger. It's only on your turn when it gets to KO one of your opponent's smaller cards, but
Ha dato un bel
we're
counter
actually gonna
1000.
see Marco get protected.
Va bene, meno 1.
So Whitebeard either doesn't
2,
have
3,
any
4,
events, or the
5.
events in Whitebeard's hand are just too valuable. The Frankie is much less valuable than whatever. Alright, so we're gonna go to Curly to Dawn. Almost whiffed, but instead got an Otama. Again, your Dawn math and your curve is just a little different.
Barba è
In
partito
against
primo.
normal
Scusatemi un
decks, it would
attimo.
be 2 Dawn
1, 2, 3,
apiece on these
4.
Izos
5,
to
6,
make
7,
threats, but
8
against Whitebeard
donna.
it's 3
Barba
Dawn
è partito
apiece.
primo.
So they kind of just sit there not being
Sì, c'hai
threats for
ragione.
a good chunk of the game.
Ma perché sta cosa? Lui era quello più alto.
And we're probably going to see one get replaced.
Forse no.
Yep.
Scusatemi un attimo se vi
So we're going to
interrompo.
exchange that Izo for the blocker Marco and pass the turn.
Ah, no, 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 era più alto Zoro. Ok, ok, ok.
Zoro
Sto cercando di dare una
is
giustificazione
aggro,
alla
like
scelta di
used
Barba Bianca, ma non sceglieva lui.
blocker Marco.
Ok.
So it would be able to.
Boh, si va di 7.
All right.
Si
We're
gode.
gonna play around Jet Pistol. It's not going down like that. Is what
Bravo,
Whitebeard
metti
says.
Don sotto Frankie, non fare come il tuo amico là. Si è preso jet visto su low ed è morto.
7 more. Go to 7
2000.
and 8. Another Blamenko. Multiples.
Nami.
We're gonna see a
Arriva il
Nami
primo
coming in.
search.
Nami will peep top 5, see if we can.
Infatti noi avere la Fieridol
Maybe
nel
find
ma
another
in
vanilla
realtà il matchup non si vince di
late on a
Fieridol.
guard
Cioè
point.
si può vincere senza Fieridol. Secondo me non è
Many
necessario.
possibilities.
Flamenco P.
Maybe
Non ha
find a
fatto un
chopper.
cazzo nemmeno questa
Chopper
partita.
might be
È
pretty
stato
good.
scartato come counter 1000.
Newgate will be dropping to 0 life this turn. There is no path to the 9 drop, so that is something to consider. Now, Newgate is very, very good at blocking tall. And speaking of blocking tall, there is a guard point to help with
Guard
that.
point.
We're just gonna go 6. 6 at the leader, I'm guessing. And we could block and then drop a
Che ha fatto
Whitebeard
salire?
1k
1,
as a
2,
way to
3,
protect
4, 5,
ourselves.
6. 4, 5,
Use
6.
2k to counter out.
5, 6.
So we're gonna block,
Az!
and then we're gonna just discard a
Marco,
Whitebeard card to
Scarto,
protect.
Reborn.
Which makes sense. That turned that 1k into a 2k. We'll
E
see another
invece,
Mountain
raga,
Dew.
non avete indovinato nessuno di tutti e due.
And we're gonna grab
Beam.
the Radical Beam. That was a very quick grab. Didn't need to think about that. Maybe there was only one target, or maybe it was the best target. Whitebeard just building up the defenses. Putting a chopper down as well.
Ha passato.
And then
Ecco
leader
qua,
effect will
ragazzi.
drop him to 0.
Rush point, come avete detto. E mi sa che chiuderò le bet in questo
We are at
momento.
Zoro's 10
Ho fatto
Dawn turn.
bettare per 10 minuti, termina in
What are you attacking? Go after the chopper. And so I think the best way to do that is to probably just swing low.
Questa va là di trattare i pezzi.
Counter out. We're gonna put a little bit behind this Marco. We're gonna go 8k. This might be met with a chopper. Because we're starting to get to that threshold. Again, the leader is...
Guard point.
Okay, we're just going to use a guard point. That makes sense too.
Che ne pensi, Lorenzi?
We're going
Multitasking.
to go 8 on the leader.
Ciao Verne è multitasking, raga.
And here comes the Red Hawk.
Si vuole giocare
Red
tutti.
Hawk comes down, clears.
Non puoi
Can't clear
spaccarla
the
da danni,
Don,
idiota.
so it's gonna clear one of the Izos. It's hand.
Oh, Magura, arriva.
We're gonna play Magra.
Ed è un goloso
Go
6.
ahead and buff the Izo and swing. I'm just gonna
Marco.
counter out with a Marco.
Che fa questi altri tre donne?
Now we're gonna
Buggy.
replace the Izo with a buggy. This buggy needs to do a few things. It
Abbiamo
needs to
perso
add
Johnny. Save Johnny.
an event card that
Vai,
can
Angelo
heal
K,
you.
spamma la
Red
live
Hawk is a good
dappertutto.
one, but you really wanted a
Fa rientrare
one-dot
Johnny.
event card there.
Sono me dici, siamo in finale, gente.
The Red Hawk is very...
Red Hawk è un bel palo in culo.
Red Hawk is very powerful here if you can use it to clear the chopper, but the
Calma.
problem is then you are tapped out, and it might not end well.
Red Hawk è un bel problema.
We'll see. White definitely doesn't want to just pass. So we're going to put one on the Marco, we're going to put one on the Frankie to play around the jet pistol, and we're just going to accept the Red Hawk here. Go ahead.
2000.
Not even use the Red Hawk. Again,
Non lo so, raga. C'è una Beam, c'è una Red Hawk. Secondo me non chiude mai Zoro. Zoro, barba. In questo spot. Veramente difficile.
We still have to trying to navigate
Ma
this
secondo me
turn
non la gioca proprio
very
Manchino.
carefully.
Non le gioca e l'avversario lo sa.
Doesn't,
Non le gioca e l'avversario lo sa.
then
Vedi quante cose
catch the
cambiano?
blues on the crackback.
A far vedere le
And we
liste
see
prima.
the 4 Don going on the Chopper. Now Chopper cannot go down with the Red Hawk. Newgate says, okay, fair enough. You didn't
Legge il
want...
chopper, 3 su Dadan.
And we're going to go ahead and take a Dodon out. Fair enough.
L'ha
You didn't
fatto,
want to
sì.
take the Red Hawk opportunity.
La play
I
è
gave
quella.
you.
L'ha
Okay.
fatto.
Now you don't get one.
Ma tanto non chiude. Su
I'm just going to
Marco.
go 6 at Marco.
È giusto fare così.
The 4
Tu
Don
non
on
chiudi,
Chopper,
ti faccio botte.
signaling that Whitebeard doesn't expect to win the game this turn. We might just see the Red Hawk, yeah. Just to get it.
Immagini
Just to
che
use it while we
stava
have the
Chopper.
available Don. And we'll go 7 on the Marco. And we will revive, getting rid of the Radical Beam. Putting a lot of value in that Marco still on the board. It makes sense.
Ma da
It
vedere.
does.
Da
We
vedere,
need
da
to see the
vedere, da
Radical
vedere.
Beam go.
Secondo me Zoro questa lethal ce l'ha. Il fatto che non so quante carte abbia in mano Barba è preoccupante. Che 3 Don Open
Zoro probably did not
può avere
have a
tante
Whitebeard
cose.
card in hand.
E vista su
Okay,
Chopper.
we see Vista
Non
come
riusciamo.
down. So we have removed the chopper, and now it is time to
E mi sa che è finita questa partita.
do some Don math.
Prima di tutto quante carte in mano ha Barba. Il fatto che non facciano vedere le carte mi dà proprio fastidio. E dai, su, ma mi fa due conti.
Okay, so we have 3 Don on the leader, 1 Don
Minchia,
on
sei
the
arrivato a
buggy,
flammare anche una carta immortale come Machino.
and we're gonna go 8 across the table.
8
And
leader.
probably just gets met with a guard point.
Machino merda.
Zoro probably hoping that a Radical Beam
Machino
falls out of the
merda
hand
è
here
low.
instead of a guard point.
Assolutamente sì.
But with 3 Don left up, it doesn't.
Nessuno come Ulisse.
And then we're gonna
Oddio,
see
Red
the Red
Hawk.
Hawk come down instead. And we're clearing the 1 drop
Fratello.
instead of the Vista. We see Buggy's a 5k, so it couldn't die to a Red Hawk, but Vista's only a 4. And Magra's only a 3.
Leader.
But Magra is a
Guard
1
point.
drop who can also attack this turn.
Radical Beam.
So it makes a lot of sense. Okay.
6 leader.
We see 6 go across to the leader.
2000.
2k.
Magura.
Magra's gonna buff the Buggy, and here we go.
Quanto cazzo è? 7? 8, 9.
All in. That's...
No!
Wow.
Vince
And it is
Zoro.
enough.
Contro i pronostici della
Buggy
chat.
comes
Vince
across the table,
Zoro.
crown
1-0.
himself. Whitebeard.
Ah,
So it looks like
ok.
we are in
State
for an
parlare di
excellent
voi.
game 2 here.
Sta buono.
I believe this might be
Nami.
a Nami. Very nice. So Whitebeard gets to open with the Searcher this time.
E Zoro, sempre best deck. Unico in top. Cioè, clamorosa sta cosa. Uno su in top
It's definitely
32 che
funny to
arriva
see
in
Whitebeard
finale.
playing Nami and Zoro playing Izo.
Allena.
Not sure
Veramente
what's
forte.
going on right now. Okay, we're gonna add a Radical Beam. Okay, anyway, so Nami searches the Radical Beam and then passes turn. Zoro's gonna play an Izo. Both players get to see their searchers. Looks like we're gonna grab a Marco. I think I've seen this one before. It's very interesting Whitebeard deciding to go first after winning that one.
Beh, raga, però sto Zoro non ha mai briccato,
Zoro
sinceramente.
seeing double Izo again.
Partito sempre
My
forte.
goodness.
Percentuale, vabbè, uno solo sta in
Wow,
top.
this is exactly what happened game 1. We saw the first Izo get a Marco and the second Izo get a Blamenko.
È più forte lufi nero, no, madonna.
And you
Eccolo
know
qua.
what?
Classica
Nami's
nostra,
gonna
5
get in there.
faccia. E mo ha deciso Barba e decide di andare primo.
We see
Why that?
5 come across the table here. Then we see
Spiegazione sul
6
perché è
come
andato
across the
primo?
table. Gonna go ahead and I believe it's a
Qualcuna?
Makino.
Questa lista di Zoro ha personalità.
And then Zora's gonna go to 4 Don.
Anzi, la personalità è importante in sto gioco. Sempre essere personale.
So last time we saw
Non ho
1
capito
Don.
perché è andato primo Barba, però.
Okay, this time the Izo has a target to attack.
Vuole
We
attaccare
might see the
prima, che cazzo
Blamenko
ne so.
come down. Gonna go 6 at the lead.
Se vedi marco a 5 contro lui e Zoro. Ho capito che
Take
vuole
that.
tirare il marco a 5 in curva, però.
We're gonna pay 1 for
Era una
is a
motivazione
third
tanto
Izo?
valida per andare primo.
No,
Come ciappo
okay.
che scegli te.
Ooh,
Calcolando che il tuo avversario ti ha
correct.
mandato primo.
You know what? This time Zoro's
Nella prima
chosen
partita dove ha
wisely.
scelto lui.
Magura,
Capito?
2 Don, leader effect. That's an 8. 8 is good enough. Alright, so Whitebeard's on
Blamenka è
5
60%
Don
di quella
and
personalità.
going to be 1 life
Vabbè,
by
Blamenka
the
è
end of this
la
turn.
carta più inutile di questo
Zoro has
torneo.
definitely assigned himself the role of aggressor.
Gioca pure 4 touch, capì? Manca di che non ce l'ha le carte in curva pari.
Whitebeard
Ma il
could
ragionamento è che il tuo
use
avversario
this
ti ha
as a
mandato
chance to
primo.
establish a vanilla, but
Ok? Nella prima partita dove ha scelto il tuo avversario. Perché
not
dovrei
sure
riandare
it's going
prima?
to get him very far at the moment. Instead, we're going to establish a Russia Luffy. Zoro's not going to take that, but that is another Makino because the Whitebeard leader is just going to drop to 0 anyway. So if you are going to attack, I think that the Luffy is the thing you're going to attack. And yeah, we see Gordon come down. Go ahead and shrink that Luffy by 3. And then we're going to take him out. And then we're going to go ahead and
Morto
play Marco.
Barba. Mamma, ma l'ha schiantato.
Okay, so we
Ma il
got
Napoli è
5 Don
finito.
left. And here comes the Marco. Ultimately, the hope
Lo
is
tengo al
Zoro to attack
fantacalcio, sbaglia il
Whitebeard's
rigore.
leader because he
Giocatore
wasn't
più
going to be
forte
able to
d'Europa,
win the game 2
l'attaccante
anyway.
più
And Whitebeard
incredibile
will
della
reduce himself to
storia.
0. The damage that Zoro could have done
150 milioni per Osimhen.
will be
Eh
done
sì,
anyway. So it was
me lo
better to
portavi in
swing on the
spalla.
Luffy. Okay, we're gonna see 4. Are we gonna have a vanilla come down? We sure are. There's Frankie.
Beh, a te, Fredo.
And we have double chopper.
A me non ha giocato posto al mio avversario, quindi ha preso lo 0, però Osimhen mi ha sbagliato il rigore.
Prepares himself well with 2 choppers. Plenty of cotton candy to go around.
Ma non lo so, cioè questo gioca a 4 touch, concentriamo un attimino sulla partita. 4 touch. Il tuo avversario game 1 ti ha mandato primo. Tu game 2 che l'hai perso il game 1 decidi di andare primo.
Gonna go ahead and put the Don on the
Quello che
leader.
giocava Luffy Nero, i ragazzi ha fatto secondo... No,
And then we are going to
veramente
Fire
no.
Fist. You know what? No more
Avevo
choppers.
Osimhen contro, beato te. Meglio
Again,
averlo contro
Zoro
che
has
squadra,
assigned
sto
himself the
fantacalcio.
role of the aggressor in this game too. And definitely is playing that role very well. Whitebeard's probably going to want a guard point out of this, but we do know that Whitebeard has the radical beam in hand.
Mi sa
And
2-0
if the
Zoro, ma l'ha
radical
proprio
beam drops
rotto.
here, it tells us there
Non
are
ha
no
fatto
guard
proprio
points
niente
in
questo.
hand. We still have Marco, who's going to swing too, and we're going to radical beam. Okay, well, here we go. 8.
Altro 8.
Ain't it great? That's going to be 2K and something else, please.
1000,
Uh-oh.
2000.
That's a 1K thatch. Are we about to lose? No, okay, we do have a 2K. I was going to say, are we about to lose 3 cards from our hand? That was really good. That Fire Fist there, clearing both
Sì, sì, l'ha
choppers,
rotto, raga.
really put Whitebeard on the back foot, because Whitebeard would tap out to defend just the Zoro. So
Oh, ma l'ha rotto
you
proprio
give
male.
yourself the best opportunity. You capitalize on your opponent's slower
Cioè,
defensive
veramente non ha
turn.
fatto un cazzo. Malissimo per noi. Ma è
And
malissimo
now,
perché uno solo in top
now you
e
have
ha
one Dawn
scalato
up, so
tutta
you
la
can
top, raga.
defend
Tutta
yourself
la
with a
top.
guard point. Or... Alright, we're gonna just see 7. Looks like 7 going across the table. We're going to... I'm assuming that's a guard point. It is difficult to tell with the glare. But it was a 1
Andata
contend
sta
to
partita.
snatch defeat from the jaws of
Non
victory.
vedo come possa recuperarla mio fratello qua.
And we're not going to allow that
Flamenco,
Marco to
hai
go down
visto
here.
l'utilità di
That
Flamenco?
looks
Lo
like a
scarti,
pre-release
sì. 1000
Flamenco.
counter.
Take an Ezo out.
1000
It's
counter. O
Marco
50.
and
Non lo so, si bugga.
leave 3 Dawn up. We might just be bluffing guard points at this point.
What does
Qua
the
niente.
scouter say about his power level?
I think Zoro definitely
It's
has
over
the
9,000! What?
to go for game this turn.
Secondo me da telefono che si bugga. E da telefono mi dice 89 e una
Guard
parte mi
points
dice
for Sneak
50.
out of 15. You can go.
Però, amen.
Definitely want to put one on your leader.
Ma il Flamenco
Just go
solo
15
counter
across
1000,
the
ma
table on your
veramente.
leader, or you can
No,
kind of
no
spread these out. We don't know
heroes.
how many cards Whitebeard has in hand.
Sempre con matchup positivi. Raga. Zoro in top li ha proprio rotti. Ha fatto la meta goal definitiva.
Now we just
Nessuno che si
start putting
portava
Dawn on
Zoro.
stuff.
Zoro è
Do we put
scarso.
3 on
Zoro
an
qua,
Ezo
Zoro
and
là.
swing? Do we put 3 on a Magra and
Tutti
swing?
sottovalutano Zoro.
Do we
Boom.
just put these on something else? It looks like we might just
Ha fatto One Piece. Lo senza vista. Mica la vista come la mia con vista dentro.
Yep,
Best card.
that is a whole 10 coming across the table. Better have a guard point.
Ma Kate Rebecca come li batte? Ah, boh, con lo Spirito
Alright,
Santo,
Red
amen.
Hawk. Marco goes to 11. We only have one
Flamenco è il
Dawn
cugino di
left.
secondo grado del cazzo.
I think you probably just put everything but your defense Dawn on your Marco. Marco's already a 7. This would be an 11. So it's going to take a 2K and a guard point.
100%
and one
fede,
more
credo in
card.
Dio.
There you go. We're just going to pass. I don't know that Whitebeard has anything left. I cannot tell.
Beh, sono due cose diverse, fosse Flamenco. Se lo
5, 9,
flash
and 10 are
può
pretty good
mezzo
numbers, but
svoltarlo,
if
ma è
the
veramente
sizzle attack
impossibile come cosa.
fails, then the game is over. So we're going to go 7.
Io penso proprio di
Just
no,
prevent
raga.
with a guard point. Zoro has to know that taking this hit puts him in a very bad position.
Flamenco lo metti in board e
because the
preghi un
next
Marco
one's
non
only going to
suo.
be bigger.
Non Marco suo, ovviamente. Flamenco in vivi. Anzi, Flamenco best card.
3 cards left in Whitebeard's hand.
Vivi era la call del torneo.
If Zoro chooses to take this, then we can see a 10 and an 11. Zoro will choose to take this.
Mi sa di sì.
Consider how much Dawn can I get away with?
Non farò più domande.
Okay, we're going to see a 7. This is absolutely...
Puoi fare
guard
11-11,
point.
dai.
There's no shot that you do not guard point that one.
Ecco che parte la sigla
mi sa che non le ha
dell'Europa
fatte queste
League.
11-11.
So
Porco di Dio. Meta con la top in 04. Ci può sta.
gonna go ahead and take it, and then
Ah,
Ace, who's also an 8. Nope, Ace is just a
grande
7.
Ace. Mosi.
And there it is. Ladies and
Mosi.
gentlemen,
E
your
Zoro vince
champion, your winner,
2-0.
first
Diventa il campione
place,
unico in top,
Zoro
ragazzi. Unico in top.
Anthony taking home the
Incredibile.
victory.